McDonald's Singapore launched a chicken rice burger before, but it didn't quite look like what I was looking for, so I made my own bun out of chicken stock, spread some chicken fat over it, and give it a toast for color and crisp at the edges. Then start with a dollop of my chili sauce generously spread over the bottom bun. Place a piece of slow poached chicken and the most important ingredient, soy sauce sesame mayo, something I invented for this burger to give the classic chicken rice flavors. Some vegetables to provide balance and crunch, and top off with some delightfully dark soy sauce, another homemade invention of mine, and spread evenly on the top bun before capping what I call a marriage of a Western burger and Asian flavors of the Hainanese chicken rice, where I try to work its flavors into the bun and more importantly into the mayo sauce. After a few experiments, here's how I make my Hainanese chicken rice burger. First off, the bun. If there is one thing that could promise us a rich chicken flavor in the bun, it's to use chicken stock instead of milk or water. And for the butter, which comes from a cow, I'm gonna use chicken fat instead. Here's how it looks like from the fridge. I've already used some of it for cooking. Since chicken stock drives most of the flavor in chicken rice, I thought of adding it into a bun to see how it goes. Sounds crazy, but I'm curious to try how it tastes. I made this stock by simmering chicken bones for 24 hours to extract the maximum flavor from them. Then I simmer the chicken rice mirepoix, namely shallots, ginger and garlic, and some fresh pandan and coriander leaves so that the flavors are captured in the stock to go into the bun. The amounts used are proportionate to my recipe, treating the bread flour weight as rice. Once the chicken stock is ready, I start off by making a tangzhong with a little bit of flour and some chicken stock. I mix in half of the liquid first so that the flour dissolves easier, then add in the other half. The burger bun recipe I'm using here is from Chain Baker. He's a baker analyst too, with some cool bread baking insights on his channel. So I trust his recipe and I'm using it, but I'm making a few twists here. After heating the flour and the liquid, it combines into a thick gel which makes the bun more chewy and moist compared to a bun without. Let it cool completely while we prepare the other ingredients. In with the bread flour, some yeast to give it rise, sugar for sweetness, and instead of butter, I use chicken fat which has turned solid in the fridge. I have another video on how to make chicken fat. Basically, it's rendering chicken skins over low heat to get the fat out. And finally, our delicious homemade chicken stock which has cooled to room temperature. Mix in the cooled tangzhong too before leaving it to rise till double in size. Meanwhile, I also make the normal version of the bun using milk to compare how it tastes with the chicken stock version. Divide the dough into nice bun shapes, then leave it to rise again and brush with some nice egg wash and a touch of sesame seeds before going into the oven for 20 minutes. Out it comes, and ooh, it looks and smells so fragrant like chicken pie compared to the original burger bun, which smells good too, like freshly baked bread. But I noticed the one made with chicken stock didn't rise quite as well compared to the original, possibly due to the chicken stock inhibiting the rise, whereas the yeast had more sugar in the milk to react and give more rise. The milk bun is also softer and bouncier, whereas the chicken stock bun feels a little more dense. Taste-wise, the chicken bun has a hint of savouriness which isn't as strong as it smells. Not bad I would say, but a normal burger bun still rules in terms of flavour with a subtle sweetness from the milk, and is also softer and chewier in texture. My results are kind of similar to a Reddit thread here. The next component is the chicken meat of the burger, and because the previous chicken has been de-skinned and deboned, I got another new white chicken here to extract a boneless thigh meat. I think the thigh meat is a choice here because usually it's more juicy than the breast, hence making a juicier burger experience. I cut off the drum meat a little bit to fit the burger bun better, but turns out to be a mistake later on because after I poach it in gentle hot water till the internal temperature reaches 73 degrees Celsius, the meat shrinks further after cooking, so it could be smaller than the bun. Anyway, rest it in ice cold water until ready to serve. The next challenge here is to get the sauce into a burger. Usually for the chicken in chicken rice, we dress the chicken with some light soy sauce, chicken soup, and sesame oil. But how could this be in a burger since it's just liquid? I figured I could work the flavors into a mayonnaise. Can I actually make a mayo that tastes like chicken rice? Turns out that I could. And usually a mayonnaise is made with a raw egg yolk and some mustard to help with the emulsification. Slowly drizzle in a neutral flavored oil like grapeseed oil. Then add in some soy sauce and sesame oil and voila! Chicken rice mayo. But I don't quite like how the mustard gives the mayo a pungent odor which doesn't belong to a chicken rice dressing, and this mustard also contains a thickener additive. So can we make mayo without mustard? I found that I could, but it's tricky. I tried one egg yolk only before and it started off fine at first, but as I gradually added more oil, it starts becoming like a liquid oil and the whole thing appears split, and even adding mustard in wouldn't save it. But with 2 egg yolks, it becomes a little more manageable to get a smooth mayo that is thick and creamy. Maybe you can call it hollandaise due to its color, but it tastes almost like cheese due to the richness of the egg yolks and the umami from the soy sauce. So I tried once more using 1 whole egg instead and no mustard. After a sauram and a slow drizzle of neutral oil, it starts coming together into a mayo-like substance. Perhaps because I'm beating lots of air into the egg white so it gets really foamy. But I noticed I had to use a lot more oil than before, like the whole bottle before it starts coming together, compared to earlier when I only had to use about 100 ml. And this tastes like a bland mayo, like a blank canvas, perfect for what I'm about to add next. Soy sauce and sesame oil, and voila! I'm personally surprised by this result. I added them bit by bit until the flavor is good, and it's about 15 grams of soy sauce and sesame oil each. It tastes like cream of chicken rice, and it's light, a little fluffy and creamy at the same time. This would go very well with the chicken in the burger as the dressing to give that classic chicken rice flavors. But what if we replace the oil with chicken oil rendered from the skin? Taking the skin of one chicken and extracting the oil from it, I tried drizzling in slowly with some cool chicken oil with 2 egg yolks. And while it comes together really nice like a cheesy sauce, the chicken oil imparts a strong fried chicken scent to the mayo and is still very prominent even after adding the soy sauce and the sesame oil. So these flavors that I actually want to highlight here take a backseat. This is how all of the mayo I've made so far looks like texture-wise, and after trying all of them, I think I still prefer the whole egg one because the soy sauce and sesame oil flavors come through the most, which is my original intention in the first place. The others could be a good substitute for a cheesy sauce like a Hainanese Chicken Rice Cheeseburger. Here is a table summarizing the results. Oh, and from the split mayo earlier, I made a wet batter using the eggs and the oil to make myself some fried chicken. But definitely it's not going into the burger because I want the clean flavors of a poached chicken instead. But what would drive even more flavor of chicken rice in this burger are my 2 favorite chicken rice sauces. First is the chili sauce. Prep the ingredients as usual, basically chili, garlic, ginger, lime juice before boiling them in some chicken stock with sugar and salt till the chilies have softened like this, so that when blended together, it comes into a smooth sauce. Reduce on the stovetop until thick enough so that it stays in the burger. For the dark soy sauce, make a dry caramel by heating just sugar until it turns light brown, then immediately add in some of our liquid gold chicken stock and light soy sauce before reducing it down and add a little water at a time until it reaches the perfect drizzly consistency for a burger. For freshness, the succulent vegetables of chicken rice that could go into a burger are cucumbers and tomatoes. Cut up some thin rings for an easy bite. I have here some coral lettuce too for that classic burger look, and I cut off the lower part so that it curls up into a nice round shape for the burger. Now it's assembly of our chicken rice burger using our favorite ingredients. Take our burger bun made using milk because it's better and cut it into half so that we can butter some chicken fat onto it. Give it a toast on the pan to refresh the bun. You see those dark edges around the bun? Toasting makes the edges slightly crispy while the bun inside becomes softer. Start with the bottom bun and slather some chili sauce on there because it pairs well with what will go on next, our lightly poached chicken thigh. Add a generous spoon of the soy sauce sesame mayo as chicken dressing seasoning. And top off with our cucumber and tomato slices. Then for the top bun, the dark soy sauce I made earlier was too thick as I didn't add enough water, an oversight on my part. But luckily I still have my big batch of dark soy sauce in the fridge, so I could drizzle and spread some of this delightfully dark soy sauce like we do on the rice, and crown the Hainanese Chicken Rice Burger. Wow, it looks really cute and yummy, and it's the first burger I've made actually, and I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I tried looking for the best angle of this burger while the camera takes the first bite, before she tries it. Cross-section wise, this is how it looks. I kind of regretted cutting the thigh to be the same size as the burger bun when it's raw because it shrinks after it cooks. And just by sheer coincidence, she's here to try it. So before she finds out, I take the first bite off the part without any meat, and it tastes mind-blowingly good to me. But let's hear what she says first.
Yummy! Tastes like chicken rice burger. The mayonnaise, so the mayonnaise itself tastes like chicken rice itself. And there's the dark soy sauce. Personally, I feel that the dark soy sauce was a bit too much.
So I acted on her feedback and made another burger the next day using the remaining buns, this time using a full boneless thigh meat without cutting off the drum, and it looks so much fuller on this bun. This is the breast meat, which is a little oval in shape. Top off with a generous dollop of our chicken rice mayo dressing and a smaller spoon of our dark soy sauce spread on the top bun. I actually should have tasted first if the breast or thigh meat works better in the burger bun, so here it goes.
Yummy! The burger tastes like chicken rice. Like the breast meat is soft and tender. It's very easy to bite through and it's juicy and tender. I don't really like the thigh meat because it's fatty and I feel it's too much fat in it. Overall, it's a great taste. I love the bun because it is buttery and juicy. It tastes so much better than the egg slut one that I had because it's less oily and it's just awesome. This bun is great. It's a perfect homemade burger. It's wonderful. The cucumber, tomato and lettuce complements the burger really well. I really enjoy the burger.
She likes the breast meat more and ate both burgers, so it's probably better than the thigh meat. Anyway, I heard that the messier a burger is, the better it tastes. This burger is pretty messy with juices dripping all over as I eat it, but it certainly was a fun eating experience. While previous attempts by others made a rice patty by shaping cooked chicken rice into a bun, I'm glad I made the burger bun as bread because it's really a defining part of what a burger should be. Sadly, the bun made with chicken stock didn't quite work out because the texture wasn't as great. Still, what really made this burger taste like chicken rice in one bite is that mayo. Its soy sauce and sesame oil combo really carries the chicken meat beautifully. And I'm glad I didn't pick the cheesy sauce as this soy and sesame flavors really shine through here, while the tomatoes and cucumbers provide that extra crunch and slight acidic touch of balance. I also like the crispy edges of the toasted buns, and the dark soy sauce and chili sauce spread on there just completes this adventurous experience.